Do you have those days when you just don't feel motivated? It seems like nothing is going right for you. You got a whole bunch of stuff that you just dread doing. Well, this week on Motivation and Confidence, we're going to give you 3 tips to help get you motivated. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Tom Danger. This is Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best. And as always, like, subscribe, and share. We thank you so much for tuning in and coming along with us on this journey to help you do your personal best. If you haven't already done so, I would encourage you to go to the website, tomdanger.com, and join our email list, because rather than to ask you to follow on social media, I'd rather send you personal messages or daily thoughts of inspiration that comes directly to you. Not something that's sent out to the masses. It'll be something that's sent out once a week or maybe twice a month. Just some daily reminders and personal tips on self-care and, just mindfulness to help you stay on top of your game. And also, if you're interested, I'm a strong advocate for the personality assessment, so that you can learn more about yourself and become more self-aware, so that you can be a better you. So again, tomdanger.com. Fill out that contact form so that you can stay in touch with all the good things we have going on. Now, let's get into it. So, you're not feeling motivated. And I have a quick story. So, in my family, my kids in particular were very sad. There was a situation in which they just felt crappy, right? And I wanted to be as gentle as possible in helping them deal with the moment that was painful to them, okay? So the first thing that I did was ask them to express how they were feeling, because sometimes we think that people will just tell us how they feel, or we think they know how they feel, but it's always better to ask, right? So the first thing I did was I asked them how they felt. And they were extremely sad. They were let down by someone that they loved dearly, okay? And it hurt them. So with that, I have twins and they're still teens, but they suddenly felt unmotivated to pretty much do anything for the rest of the day, right? And there are a lot of days when you're going to feel unmotivated. You're going to have crappy moments where stuff happens, and not always are we going to have people around us that are going to help us to lift ourselves up. Sometimes we have to do the self-work, right? And the whole purpose of this podcast, when you look at the 150 plus episodes that are there, use this as a tool or as a guide for when you have those moments, for when you're going to those places where you feel like there's no hope. Listen to the content. Listen to episode 1. Listen to what was going on in that painful moment in my life and what I did to come out of that place. When you write down things, if you don't have anybody to talk to, write down how you're feeling. If you're not a writer, I'm also a strong advocate of using voice notes, right? So you hit that little voice, a little microphone on your phone, and you just record. But get it out of your system. Don't hold that stuff in, okay? But going back to my kids, and how we can segue this, the first thing that I would recommend is find something that you enjoy doing. What is it that you enjoy doing? A lot of us automatically, even though we shouldn't, right? But when we feel down, what do? We default to comfort food. And at certain times, that comfort food is all that you need. You need that apple pie, that chocolate cake, or that piece of candy, or that fried chicken. I'm just keeping it a buck, right? or that macaroni and cheese, or that pepperoni pizza, or that chili dog with cheese on it, just all that good stuff, or them chicken nuggets, whatever it is that floats your boat, or them vegan tacos. You just want that one thing that just makes you feel a sense of ease. Because the pain that you're going through is temporary. Many of us feel unmotivated just coming out of COVID. Like, we've been basically locked down for a whole year, or at least most of us. You know, in New York City, that's pretty much how it was. And now, as they say, the world is opening back up. But how do you automatically adjust to going back around people, becoming more socially engaged? A lot of us have become introverts, right? We don't really know how to interact with people the way that we used to. We have to learn how to do it all over again. And then what makes it more difficult is that if you have your own baggage that you're dealing with, and now you're going back out into the world, how do you not let people know that you got stuff going on? So, and I might always add that if you do need help, seek therapy or get a professional to help you, because that's very, very important also. But a small thing is finding those comfort foods and finding something that will automatically lift you up. We're talking about 3 things that you could do to help yourself when you're not feeling motivated, okay? So we went off on comfort foods for a second, but even better is that if you have a task that you don't want to do, like let's say you're in the house and you don't want to clean. Like, dang, man, like I got to clean up everything. You want to make sure that you pair the task that you dread with something fun, all right? Now, we all know, growing up in a black household, Saturday morning when you start hearing "Before I Let Go," you know, your mom's is up playing them 80s jams, you know it's time to clean the house, right? But think about what mom was doing. She was setting the vibe to where it's almost like she in the club, right? While she's sweeping, mopping, doing whatever. So you can do the same thing for yourself. Like, set the vibe to where if there is something that you have to do, pair it with something that you enjoy. Whether it's listening to music, like let's say if you got a business trip you don't want to take, like, and they paying for it, then let's keep it real. Make sure you rent a nice luxury vehicle so that you can test it out on the road and make it real, real nice. If you could upgrade the seat on the plane to where you feeling more comfortable, you could fly that business class instead of economy. Hey, do that too. You know, if you need to get that extra nice outfit, or I'm a watch lover, right? But if you can afford that watch, you know, to make sure that you're keeping track of time and that makes you feel good, do what you got to do to pull yourself out of that space, okay? That's the first thing. Another thing that you could do, and this doesn't cost any money, is basically go for a walk, right? When you're in a certain space, and again, if you're one of those individuals that have not been around people and you've been in the house this whole time and you coming back outside and you're not really ready to interact with people heavy like that, and you want to boost your motivation, go for a walk in nature. There's something about the energy from the trees that can help recharge you. There's something about the change in scenery that can help you, okay? For those of you that do follow me on social media, you'll see I'm a big park head. I'm in the park like at least 3-4 days out of the week. I'm snapping pictures of the lake. I'm taking pictures of birds. You know, I'm an introvert just like you, so I need my time alone so where I can recharge. But definitely take advantage and go for a walk in nature, because it will definitely help you to feel more motivated, okay? And the third thing that I recently learned is that follow the 10-minute rule. What does that mean, Tom? So check this out. So like, let's say you have to do something that you really don't want to do. Here's a perfect example. Let's say that you don't want to work out, right? Plenty Mondays I don't want to work out, and I know that's weight day. Give yourself 10 minutes to quit. Don't do it. Just stop. Like, don't push yourself. Just give yourself a 10-minute break. Don't do the task. Don't engage with it. After that 10 minutes, start. Once you start and you get into it, ask yourself, do I really need to quit this? Or should I keep going? Right? Is there something really wrong with you that's keeping you from doing this workout? Or are you just being lazy? And I know some of y'all be lazy, so you got to push yourself a little harder, but that's fine too. Okay? But do that 10-minute rule to see whether or not this is something that you want to quit or keep going. 3 things you could do when you don't feel motivated. 1, pair it with something that you enjoy. 2, go for a walk. 3, use a 10-minute rule. Try these 3 things. Let me know in the comments whether or not it helped you. And let us know if there's a subject or person that we should interview on the podcast. Feel free to always hit us up through the website, tomdanger.com. And as always, we thank you for listening to Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best.